Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can think about it. Like, you could say that if part 3 is just this again, then it shouldn't take them 4 years to make. Or you could say that they take 4 years to make it and they, like, reinvent it again. And part 3 has some, like, crazy thing going on with the Highwind where you can just fly around and land on continents and it's, like, massive and, you know, like No Man's Sky style of just being able to, like, fly anywhere, land anywhere. You can play cards with the Highwind. Now we're talking.
Rare alpha-dunk variant identified. Commencing guidance protocol. The docile disposition of the
Oh, this is the one from the demo, I think. But the intel's easy. So far, all the intels have been not that hard. The demo ones were way harder. But they were also in Junon. Yeah, and submarine stuff, too. Have a whole underwater thing. I don't know, man. Part 3 might take 8 years. Why is she singing?
You can do it. Let's do this. Don't overdo it. Okay, let's go. You got this.
Oh, I whiffed. I whiffed under him.
You ready?
No. Help.
I'll show you what I can do. Can you take over? Taking over.
Holy.
It's on you.
Oh, I missed the board. I don't need no ward.
All objectives completed. We've accrued a lot of great data, thanks to you.
Cloud!
Cloud, I see that you completed that challenge with grace and panache.
Don't you know it's rude to interrupt?
Why? I did no such thing.
In any case, Cloud, I've analyzed the battle data you sent and constructed a new virtual combat trial.
Horror on the
I hope it's
range.
to your liking.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, this is all conjecture. We don't work at Square Enix, so it's hard to say, but for me, Final Fantasy VII is hot now. I feel like Part 3 needs to be done, like, at maximum 4 years from now. I think, like, moving to a newer engine or moving to a PS6 or something, whatever Sony has cooking, like, Sony might talk them into doing that because they want to sell their new console, whatever it is, or the PS5 Pro or whatever. But I think it would be in Square's best interest to do it shorter. Because like I said, Final Fantasy VII's hot right now. It would be a much cheaper, better dev cycle to make it on this engine. So yeah, and then on top of that, like, just looking at what they have down the road, they have Kingdom Hearts 4 in development, but literally nowhere. And then, of course, they want to make Final Fantasy 17 at some point, and also Final Fantasy 14 is in its like I'm not super keen on 14, but I feel like they're kind of hitting their milestone with their DLCs, where now they're probably gonna like push the game into a new era, whatever that is, within the next few years. So like, I think they're probably gonna put a lot of their resources into this now to get it done within the next few years, so that they can then move on to their other bigger projects. I don't think they want this sitting in the oven while those other things are cooking, you know? The mobile game they just launched is, Ever Crisis. It's not super popular, but it's going. They just shut down First Soldier. So, like, I feel like right now Final Fantasy VII is hot and they don't have other things. And I don't think they're going to want to try to release, like, Kingdom Hearts 4 now and then this or something. Like, I think they need to finish this before they move on to their other big things. So, yeah, my big guess is within the next 3 years. And they also said they're not making DLC for this, which is a big indicator that it's coming within the next 3 years, because there is very little reason not to make DLC for this unless the next one's coming soon, because this is like perfectly, this is the perfect type of game to make DLC for. Yeah, that's what I had heard, was that they're not making DLC. It does kind of make sense, because I think this game, like, what is Red 13 doing? This is why that makes sense, because I think this game perfectly bridges into Part 3. So to do a DLC in the middle would, like, break that up. Whereas here you could literally just have, like, this game and then, like, add Part 3 to it. Almost like Part 3 is going to be the DLC to this game. You know what I mean? In fact, I do kind of wonder if Part 3 is going to have some kind of connection to this game. Similar to what we wanted, or what a lot of people wanted Part 1 and Part 2 to do, have some kind of connection. Maybe Part 2 and Part 3 is where the connection is. Maybe we jump into Part 3 with everything we had in not everything. There's no way. There's way too much stuff. But maybe we jump into Part 3 on level 50 or something, you know? And we get some of our stuff. And maybe in Part 3 you can literally visit all these areas in Part 2. Something like that. I genuinely think Part 2 is going to end on a cliff, and literally Part 3 is going to start right where Part 2 left off. Like, it's going to be way more connected than Part 1 and Part 2, and I think they're going to be very similar games. So that makes sense. That's why they wouldn't do DLC. And it makes sense, because like I just said, that I think they want to get the game done while it's hot. So they don't want to get distracted by DLC. They want to just get Part 3 done. And if they're not getting distracted by DLC and they're going right into Part 3, and Part 3 is just going to be this again, but bigger, and it's going to be on the same engine, then I don't know. 2 to 3 years might actually be pretty possible. And it also depends on... depends on what happens with their other projects, but again, I think they're putting everything on hold, honestly. I don't see Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out until around the same time, so they might do Kingdom Hearts 4 and this together. Obviously not release them at the same time, but develop them together. I don't think Final Fantasy 17 is in the works till 5-6 years from now, till after that stuff's done.
Hang back.
So they're gonna ride on their smaller projects in Final Fantasy 14 and just get this done. So yeah, maybe even 2.5 years.
That wasn't so bad.
I think they're gonna do a Final Fantasy 17, and I think Final Fantasy 17 is gonna be very similar to Final Fantasy 16. That's my hypothesis. Not a very strong one, but that's my hypothesis. Because Final Fantasy 16 felt like it was building up to another game. It feels like it was a test. And I think they're going to have that same team make Final Fantasy 17. That's my guess. And also the guess of several people I've talked to. But that's a big hypothesis. There's no real evidence to back that up, but just from what 16 was and how it was received and that team specifically, what they're doing at the company, like, I feel like that's probably what they're going to be put on. So I think we see another action RPG style Final Fantasy, and I think it's going to be on the same engine or similar. And well, actually, maybe not. Maybe they make this in Kingdom Hearts 4. Didn't they say Kingdom Hearts 4 was going to be Unreal 5? I think I read that somewhere. So maybe they make this in Kingdom Hearts 4 on Unreal 5, and then they make 17 on Unreal 6, which would make sense because they really like working with Sony when it comes to Final Fantasy and making it the game of the next gen. So that would make a lot of sense, actually, for 17 to be on Unreal 6. Or the PlayStation 6 or whatever, or a combination of both. Like, I could see Rebirth 2, whatever it ends up being called, coming out in 2027. Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out in 2028. And then Final Fantasy 17 coming out in like 2029, like more like 2030, which is crazy to think. But like 2030, and it's like on the PS6, and it's on the new Unreal Engine, like it's the new big show-off game. Because they like doing that a lot with Final Fantasy. Many of the Final Fantasies have been pretty much made to sell PlayStations, so.
Going in, just like that, okay?
No, I don't either, but we're talking 5 years in the future now. Well, 6 years in the future now, so. Could there be a PS6 in 6 years? There's going to be something, I'll tell you that much. I will guarantee you that. There's going to be a something within the next 6 years, whether it be a PS6, a PS5 Pro, a whole new console, Sony saying they're never going to make a console again. Some amount of console news will happen in the next 6 years. Because the PS5's already old. As funny as that sounds. Doesn't feel old, but technically it is in terms of console lifespans. I don't think the PS5 will actually feel old for a very long time, but in terms of how long consoles normally last, it's like halfway already. But yes, I agree. I think it's changing. I don't think the PlayStation will feel old. We've talked about this a lot in the past, but the curve of technology improving is hitting the top of a normal curve at this point. We're getting to the point where it takes longer for there to be improvements, and the improvements are less impactful. Back in the day, it was like, oh, 720 against 480, holy cow, that's insane. 1080 versus 720, oh my god, that's insane. 60 FPS versus 30 FPS. 30 FPS games are now unplayable. You know, like the ramp up was so crazy that a new console made sense, but now it's, you know, I've talked a lot about, like, what would a PS6 even be? 8K? Who cares about 8K? The PC nerds care about 8K, but they're PC nerds. You think casual PlayStation fans, you think FIFA players and Call of Duty players care about 8K? The core audience does, but none of the casual audience. And even the core audience, none of them own or are going to own 8K anything for a very long time, you know? So it's not going to be like a graphical thing that's going to be an improvement. Then people say like, oh, the PS6 is going to be a VR machine. Well, VR machines are already hitting their stride. Like, if PlayStation 6 came out and they were like, it has amazing VR, people are going to be like, yeah, but so does every other company. Google has a great VR system. All these different companies have great VR systems. That's not different. It's not. There's no reason to buy a PS6 for VR. We already have it. So, what is going to be the thing that sells a PS6? I couldn't tell you. With the PS2, it was semi-HD and a DVD player, and DVDs in general, DVD discs in general. With the PS3, it was Blu-ray, it was 1080, it was online multiplayer. With the PS4, it was a UI revolution, basically, as well as way better UI multiplayer stuff and the startings of 4K. PS5, there's a reason that a lot of people still haven't gone and bought a PS5, because the difference between PS4 and PS5 is already pretty minimal. So imagine PS5 to PS6. Imagine how long it's going to take people to start moving, like the casual market, to start moving towards PS6. It already took them long enough to get to PS5. Like I said, many people still don't have a PS5. Ooh, what? I found a sword? Ooh, that's that move from the demo that I really liked. Ooh. Bro. Oh, this was the area where... Yeah, and then I missed it. Okay, I was gonna say, did I just find a sword randomly in some random house in the middle of nowhere? It is at least an important house. But yeah, that's crazy. You just found a sword in a chest. And, like, weapons are very important. They have, like... I mean, they're not as important as in Remake, but they have... I mean, they're huge. It's not like other Final Fantasies where it's just a number. I mean, compare this to Final Fantasy 16. Weapons have materia slots. Weapons have abilities that you can master and then have permanently. Weapons have weapon skills. Weapons have multiple stats. Like, there's so much importance on weapons. Final Fantasy 16, well, your number went up by 10. That's it. Your number went up by 10. Legitimately no reason to have any weapon other than the best weapon. No reason to collect them. No reason to use them for anything else. Yeah, nope, just the one with the best number. If you could hack the game and get the weapon with the biggest number from the start, you'd never touch your weapon screen again. Not to mention, even the weapons, even the fact that they only up your number, they're still useless because the numbers are so small. So even the bare minimum of what they needed to do still failed. Hate to see it. Imagine playing an actual JRPG with actual JRPG mechanics. I wish I could go across this thing, but I probably can't. How do I even get over there? Do you think Xbox will ever make a new system? Right now, my educated, not educated, high school diploma, middle school honor roll guess is that there will never be another new Xbox. I did go to college. I do have a major and 2 minors, but I don't think they are relevant to this guess. So I'm going to say high school diploma guess. They don't count for this discussion. I'm not that, because I'm not that confident in it. I'm willing to put my high school education on the line, but not my college degree. I really don't know where I'm going with this, guys. Just play along. I don't think there'll ever be another Xbox console. But we'll see. Who dat?
Cloud, I've picked up readings from the proto-relic. I believe the bandits are close by. And busy preparing a meal, if I'm not mistaken. They may flee if openly confronted. I suggest using those shipping containers to cover your approach.
Let's be sneaky. Bro, just beat him up. We don't have to sneak. How's it going, Frogman? Why would it take longer for them to do Unreal 5? Wouldn't it be shorter? Or am I getting my numbers confused? Is this 4 or 5? This is 4, right? Right, okay. Now I understand. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think from their perspective, it's a bad idea. From the Square Enix perspective, if I'm in the office of Square Enix and they're like, what do we do, guys? I'm probably saying, let's do it on Unreal 4. But me as a Final Fantasy fan and someone who wants to play the best version of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 that I possibly can, heck yeah, it'd be sweet on Unreal 5. 100%. I'd be willing to wait as well. I'd be willing to wait 8 years if it means I get Unreal 5 version of it, right? But I think from their perspective, it's smarter to do 4. So. I guess we'll see. I'd be willing to wait. I know some of you guys probably would not. And that's totally fair.
Don't be an idiot. I had to for the treasure, obviously. I was inconsolable.
It better be enough for us, too.
What's that? Oh, it's like when you're, consolable, but not. Show me the
Yes, we only started yesterday.
You think that Meg's gonna come after us?
So there was absolutely no reason to go this way.
Running on him.
Also, rolling doesn't make noise, so you can just spam it.
You ain't ready yet, dingus. We call it well done, 'cause shit's gotta get done well. Not
You can just spam roll
Yeah, but I think you got it.
and make this like kind of easy.
Hey, are you a... If that's not well done, I don't know what is. Presenting the finest food you'll ever eat. Rex, fucking bird. You're the best, boss. Turned out
Such
pretty
stealth.
good, if I do say so myself. Okay, boys, time to chow down.
Thanks, Frogman. Appreciate it. How do they not see Red 13 there? Okay, so I'd just like to mention that there was absolutely no reason to do that. There was no reason to stealthily get to this room and then they all just left anyways. Like, we could have just waited 2 seconds and then walked there. I don't know what it is with Square Enix and stealth. They just don't know what's going on. I appreciate the continued variety, but yeah, I don't. Square Enix and their stealth.
We're so dead. Get a grip, would you? So, you want this thing that bad, huh?
Not really.
Then why the hell are you chasing us?
Work.
Really? You know you could just tell us who you're working for, cut out the middleman, deal with them direct.
I don't have time for this.
Right now, boss. Relax, boys. I've got just the plan. I call it baiting the hook.
Yeah, hook in the bait. So, what's the bait?
For all intensive purposes, it's you.
Me?
Here, take this.
Thanks. Can I eat it?
Tuck it for the gut job.
No! Don't eat me!
He beefed up.
Get ready.
Wow, he's so beefy.
That was so worth it!
So anyways,
So, Cloud? The proto-relic does not appear to be at your location.
Whatever. You can track it, can't you?
I most certainly can. Not only that, I've deduced...
this is the longest quest ever.
And on that note, I'll let you get back to it.
Also, how's it going, Groove? Good to see you. I guess technically it's a bunch of different missions, but yeah. Well, I guess let's keep going. Since I have a warp point here. I remember finding this before and thinking it might be something. Yo, we jamming?
Hey, what you do with the hideout key?
Buried it underground so nobody can find it.
You idiot! What if some good-for-nothing thugs break in and we get locked down? Where'd you come from?
Save everyone the trouble and hand it over.
Not the trouble, anything but that. Just do what he says, boss.
Cool it. I've still got a trick up my sleeve. A trick I like to call diversionary tactics. Okay, you know what to do. Okay? I bet you couldn't guess who's got it, even if you tried.
Gee, I wonder.
Me? You see?
The correct answer is... Ta-da!
Me.
Look at these chumps. Our tactics got them totally divergent.
So, what do we do now, boss?
We make a run for it!
Wait a
They-
second, boss. What about the key?
They came together and I thought that meant they were gonna like pass it off, and then they just showed me which one they... that I was right anyways.
Don't overdo it.
I suppose we all have our off days.
I want them to get away. That's the plan. Once they lead us to their hideout, menu.
I'm sorry to have ever doubted you. Before you resume your hunt, however, I'll need you to unearth the key they bear. It shouldn't be too tough.
Yo. What is he saying? Sesson peas? Yo, how's it going, SG? Welcome. So happy to have you here. He's like, what? I'm right here, dude. Thank you, Mav, for the gifted sub to SG. Now you're in the giveaway. Be sure to check out the giveaway page. Since you're a new sub to the channel, you'll be entered into our grand prize. What do you mean? Out of the way. Let's go sniff some keys.
Looks like you found the key. Great. And in other news, the bandits have
How do you sub with Prime? Just go to the subscription. Just go to sub and then it'll say sub with Prime. Oh, I don't know if you can gift subs with Prime. Pretty sure you can. And they got me running all over the place.
Deal with that.
I got it. There, bring it. I think I'm all warmed up.
You know what that metal monstrosity is, don't you?
It's a pipeline. Moves Mako pumped in Midgard.
It's a
to the
pipeline,
towns and
you
whatever
idiot.
else.
You call it a pipeline, but I call it a funnel. One that drains the planet's lifeblood into Shinra's pockets. Mark my words, I'm gonna put a stop to that. Oh, I know. How about we break it in half and stick one end in the ground? That way we'll really be giving back to the planet.
There's an idea. Real genius one.
And unique? Very.
Oh, come on!
I mean, I feel like it would kind of work, right? Oil spill to save the planet. Wow, you have to do that quest to get this whole area. The sword's kind of dope. I still need to try that ability. BP was the hero this whole time. True. So many abilities already. He wasn't kidding. He is dead. That was not a bluff.
That ain't time to celebrate.
Goodness.
That's the building. At one point, it was used for the storage of Shinra property, but the bandits have since turned it into a hideout and probably filled it with traps.
I love traps.
Hey, boss. I don't get it. Why do we bring Dad to the hideout? Obviously, so we can pull one over on the monk, dumbass.
Pull one over?
Well, Dad, try using that brain of yours. You can't make a dead guy any deader, right? he wasted his time attacking us, so we won't.
'Cause we're dead.
Exactly. That's why the possum posse trick is foolproof.
Wake up the dead businessmen. The music is so fitting too. I feel like we gotta knock that thing down. Oh, it's right here. Like they couldn't just continue playing dead.
Disfiguring defenseless corpses. You should be ashamed.
Also, I feel like that was supposed to break differently.
We don't gotta resort to violence. We can talk things out like gentlemen. Okay, so we may be thieves. But we didn't steal nothing this time, I swear. We found it. And possession is 9/10 of the law, isn't it?
That's a good point.
How about this? If you want to eat that, we'll sell it to you. What do you say?
Okay, the music here is also a little too loud.
You wish.
Are we the baddies?
Keep dreaming. No.
Don't say I didn't try to keep it peaceful. You guys messed with the wrong legitimate businessman.
It's on you.
Ready or not, here I come.
What is happening? Tifa got blasted by something. God dang, that move is sick. Whoa! That was something. Look at him go!
This one's for you. Tagging out.
Deal with that.
I'll do this.
Calling ice.
Give him your all. There's no. Come on. One more shot. Take the lead. Come on, team.
None.
I could kill him, but I want to assess him.
Allow me. Finish it.
I wonder if there'll be any reason to like assess everything. Probably not, but might as well do it. We're on normal.
Come on, you gotta let us off the hook. Off the hook. Off the hook.
Up the hook, up the hook.
Off the hook. Off. All we wanted was to sell the treasure for some cash so we could stop stealing and start fresh. It's always been our dream to start a company and do honest work.
Hey, we could throw him a bone.
2,000 gil.
Yeah.
Good thing I had enough.
Pleasure doing business. See that, boys? That's how you broker an honest deal. What a deal,
And hey, no more bandit stuff.
You better believe it. From now on, we're earning our money the honest way. As a business. That's business, baby. That's business. Right. Let's talk corporate structure. I'm president, and you're my employee. Got it?
Employees! Employees! Wait, what's employee do anyway?
Be a buddy. Act as family. Work as a servant.
Oh, family! I always wanted one of those.
All right, boys. We got work to do. There's glittering riches out there, and your president's gonna lead you to it.
Let's business.
To the press!
So, you think they've turned over a new leaf?
Oh.
Who knows?
Yeah, that would have been kind of weird if because it was Cloud's idea. Like Cloud said, let's pay him 2,000, and then they were like, yeah, 2,000, that works. And then I had the option to say no, so that would have been, it would have had to been like, never mind. I'll pay 2,000. Really? Nope. Would they? Oh my god.
Eyes of fire with purpose. Oh, yet a stripling. One whose metal must be tested.
The big bridge.
Cloud! I have confirmed that you are now in possession of the proto-relic. I've already taken the liberty of scanning it, and need only analyze the data. Should I happen to pick up other proto-relic readings, I may request your assistance again. Oh, there is one more thing I should mention. Your device detected a small amount of interference. I can't say for certain, but it's entirely possible that others are looking for proto-relics as well.
What for?
That's what I hope to find out. I'll be in touch if I learn anything new.
It's crazy, dude. Finally, Gilgamesh is officially part of VII canon. We made it, boys. Well, at least remake canon.
Com is currently on high alert.
Well, they really should see everything's back to how it should be.
Thought that was Yuffie's dad. Yuffie's dad has 4 arms. Question mark.
You did it! You got my baby back!
To be honest, this isn't the first card I've lost. And considering just how many I've lost, one this rare is definitely wasted on me. Here. It's probably better off with you. Really? But only until I've gotten good enough to win it back. Whew. That's a weight off my mind. Right, enough of that. How about I fix you two your drinks?
Yeah, I think he actually has 6. I only saw 4. But it was more than 2.
You know how it is. Anyway, He kept raving about this incredible cocktail served at a famous bar in the Undercity. Seventh Heaven. Don't know if you heard of the joint.
Never heard of it.
They called it the Cosmo Canyon. Pretty, don't you think? Go on, drink up.
He said that like he doesn't know what Cosmo Canyon is.
You know,
Maybe he doesn't.
that was just what I needed.
Knew you'd like it. Although apparently, my version pales in comparison to the Undercity original. So much so, the guy flat out refuses to order it again.
Pinch of salt. That'll give it the kick it needs. Trust me.
Salt, huh? Hey, that's pretty clever. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Wait, don't tell me. You're the one who invented the Cosmo Canyon, aren't you? You're that Seventh Heaven bartender.
Not today, but someday soon. When we do open up a new place, swing by. I'll make you a Cosmo Canyon myself.
Okay, but I'm holding you to that. I'll be there opening night with bells on. Promise.
Yeah, nice for Tifa to get some spotlight, because she hasn't really said much up to this point. At least like with the side quests and stuff, she's kind of just been here. Red 13 kind of had a big thing going with his side quest, and then Aerith was talking a lot in the previous one. There's another side quest here. There's another side quest on the board, apparently.
So, let me get this. Is the son of the old one?
Oh, it's the same one, I think.
Pop.
Holy moly, it never ends. Can I make anything new? Make that. I still have like no blue materia. I think one of the guys has 4 arms. They all turn into monsters, but I think one of them has 4 arms. I guess, if they, like, really changed the way that his change thing looked. I wonder if they'll still do that. I wonder if they'll even still have the pagoda with the people transforming. It'd be pretty cool to see a remake take on that.
Not a qualification.
Alright. Titan's going down.
Cloud, I have news regarding the combat simulator. Thanks to the monster data I
don't care.
kindly invite you to give it a try.
I'm here to kill one Titany boy. Oh, there's more than just sprinkles.
Keep it together.
Let me hit. That's it. Bring it.
Yeah, I was definitely missing poison before. I just kind of made that realization. That's gonna help a lot.
I'll show you what I can do. Tagging out. Let's go. Shot. Bring it. Go for it. Come on. Gotcha. Bingo. Finish him off. Let's go. This one's for you. Get in there.
Leave it to me.
I can help too. Here he comes. Finish him off. Strike me fast. Come on. You ready? Bring it. Come on. Keep it up. You asked for it. It's the limit and beyond. You're up.
I got this.
So it's my turn? I got this.
Ouch.
Hang back.
Here goes.
Ow. Ow.
Okay, let's go. It's on you.
My
Okay, don't give up now, you guys.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely gaming.
Watch out for opponents. That's it. Finish him off. One more shot.
That was a bit of a different fight. That one little level.
just like that, okay?
Just so I could get through the shield. Also, poison helped a lot, but the shield got smashed. Just from actually being able to do damage to it.
Take the lead.
Let's go. Bring it. There. Come on.
Ow. My thingy got like canceled somehow. What the?
You ready? Keep it up.
Hang back. Don't overdo it.
So it's my turn? It's your turn. Let me... Yeah.
Kablam. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't get anything special for beating him at max power. Which I don't think you have to, but it would have been cool. Just a little bonus money reward or, you know, anything. Like, money would have been cool. Just throw me 1,000 gil. How's it going, Richard? Spot me a G. Couple G's. A few Moogle medals for your troubles. I'm getting bullied. Come here. Or not. Oh, really?
You're not going out like this. Why don't you lead the way? Take the lead. I'll show you what I can do. Go on.
See how you like this. He didn't like it.
That's the way to do it.
He did not like it. Yo, 3 Dog! Great to see you, man. And Inflin, thank you so much for the gift of sub to Richard. Appreciate all the support, guys. Seriously, thank you, thank you. Be sure to check out the giveaway page if you haven't seen it yet. Gotta defeat me. I still have so many more things to do.
Challenging enough?
No, I beat them all, Chadley.
If there's anything
You're bad and you
else I
should
can
feel
do
bad.
for you, please let me know. I'm always happy to help.